Slow it down. When you walking past me, badass. Damn, I hope she nasty. Slim thick, and she got a fatty. Turn around, yeah, let me look at it. Slow it down. When you walking past me, badass. Damn, I hope she nasty. Slim thick.
What's good, everybody? I'm Josiah, the Prince, producer, artist, engineer based in Wisconsin, and you're now tuned into the Journey Podcast, where we strive to inspire the future generation of young entrepreneurs, creatives, and business owners. Make sure you tune into the Journey Podcast on Fridays at 7 p.m., where we have some amazing guests ranging from directors, record label owners, reality TV stars, actors, and so much more. Make sure you tap in, all right? And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, all right?
Even though I'm on TV, talking about my G-O-D, better than I used to be. I'm a whole new, brand new G. Even though I'm on TV, talking about my G-O-D, better than I used to be. I'm a whole new, brand new G. Can't forget where I came from. I remember how I used to be. Always judging, cutting people off. Anybody who would offend me. Now I know much better. I was blind, but now I see. Since the Lord came into my life, I'm a whole new, brand new G. Even though I'm on TV, talking about my G-O-D, better than I used to be. I'm a whole new, brand new G. Even though I'm on TV, talking about my G-O-D, better than I used to be. I'm a whole new, brand new G. Once weak, but now I'm strong. People asking me, yo, what's going on? What's the deal with the new transformation? New mentality and spirit concentration. A brand new me and it feels good. Couldn't do it by myself, only he could. Took me from the back, put me to the front. Used to be last, now I'm number one. Even though I'm on TV, talking about my G-O-D, better than I used to be. I'm a whole new, brand new G. Even though I'm on TV, talking about my G-O-D, better than I used to be. I'm a whole new, brand new G. Day after day, I continue to be me. That's all I can be. All I can be. Day after day, I continue to be that brand new G.
The Godfatha.
Even though I'm on TV, talking about my G-O-D, better than I used to be. I'm a whole new, brand new G. Even though I'm on TV, talking about my G-O-D, better than I used to be. I'm a whole new, brand new G. Even though I'm on TV, talking about my G-O-D, better than I used to be. I'm a whole new, brand new G. Even though I'm on TV, talking about my G-O-D, better than I used to be. I'm a whole new, brand new G.
It's the Godfatha. Godfatha. It's a brand new me. Priceless. Inferno. I'm out.
All right. First, I'd like to say thank you for being on our podcast. I appreciate you, my brother.
Hey, thanks for having me, bro. I'm honored to be here.
It's an honor to have you on here, my man. I appreciate you. So, for the people who don't know who you are, can you tell our viewers who the Gospel Godfather is?
Yes, I can. My name is T1, aka the Gospel Godfather. People ask me how I got my name. It's actually from the famous line from the TV movie, The Godfather, when he said, "I'm going to make you my offer I can't refuse." Well, for me, the Lord did that for me, which is salvation, and so that's why I want to present that to everyone with my music. Opportunity to get to know Him and be saved. So that's where it came from.
Gotcha. Taking the what was it, the Mafia? Uh,
Yes, God,
Godfather.
yeah, Holy Mafia, the hub, the gospel hub, the one who created everything, the
Gotcha.
main man.
Gotcha. The Don himself.
Yes, sir.
How long have you been a gospel recording artist and producer?
I've been doing this thing for over 25 years, bro.
That's
Over 25 years. And started like doing music when I was about 16, and so now I'm over that age.
a long time you've been
Yeah,
in it. Going strong.
yeah. It's a long time. You get some bumps and bruises along the way, but it's all worth it in the end.
Definitely. So, who or what inspired you to start doing music?
I gotta say, there's a lot of influences as far as on the musical side. I think one of the ones that stood out the most were some of the heavy hitters like Babyface, Stevie Wonder, Luther. I mean, the ones, Mike, Prince. I mean, the main ones who not even here no more. But overall, just people who had a gift for what they did and actually enjoyed doing it and didn't mind sharing it with the world.
Gotcha. I know Michael Jackson definitely had a heavy influence in
Yeah.
pretty much everybody's career when
Yeah, he made everybody step their game up on not just the musical side, but video wise.
Right.
It's insane.
That's true. A lot of people don't know he started the whole music video era with was it Thriller?
Yeah, I mean he took it to a whole nother level. He made many movies instead of videos. So
Right.
yeah, it's
That video was like what, actually 30 minutes long versus the way they shortened it like.
yeah. But you enjoyed every bit of it though. It was never a dull moment when he was on screen. He just always tried to figure out a new way to present his music in a way that was on a spectacular realm. It was never average. He never just did anything that everybody else was doing, which was made him a trendsetter and a trailblazer, which is one of the things I aspired about to be in this music thing.
Okay. Is any of your music based on true events?
All of it is. These are all the songs that these are testimonies and words of encouragement, things that I've experienced myself and or have someone who have shared it with me or who I was able to maybe give them some insight on. So it's my music is pretty much, like I said, a testimony, but I do a different type of music style of music. I do praise party music. So it's a lot of high energy, thank you, Lord. But I also got some other stuff in there too, to slow it down. It's like one big Holy Ghost party type of thing, but I do other things as well. So I quartet hip hop. I mean, just things outside the box that nobody's heard of. I haven't released that yet, but it's coming soon. So y'all be looking out for that.
Right. So make sure y'all stay tuned in with the Gospel Godfather.
Yes.
So I read that you started off as a secular recording artist. What caused you to change from secular to gospel?
I was at a crossroads, and the Lord he came to me because we had a roster of about 17 artists almost overnight, and I was like, wow, that's kind of heavy. But he said, do you want to do the same type of music everyone else is doing, or do you want to do something that's going to save somebody's life? You want to do something life changing? And he said, if I challenge, if you accept the challenge, you will not be disappointed. And at that time, my walk with the Lord was still kind of growing, and I was so concerned about because we were having success with the secular stuff. Got a chance to meet with Full Force and Lil Zane and open up for them and stuff like that, and stuff started taking off. And I thought I was going to lose something as opposed to gaining, what God had for me, which was way, way, way better. So I said, Lord, I'm on board, just direct me. And almost instantaneously, when all the artists that I had, they left, but he gave me so much better after that. So, and that's what he do. He don't never just give you nothing else for nothing. When he's representing him.
Right. He'll make a way, won't he?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
What would you say are the differences between being a gospel recording artist now versus back when you first started?
Well, people are more, they accept gospel hip hop a little bit more than they did back then because, you almost said a curse word when you said you were a gospel hip hop artist, to the church. The support was not there. It's like the way how they did Kirk Franklin when he came out with Stomp. They just wasn't used to the changes, to breaking out of the traditional, and which to me is sad because you can't put God in a box. I mean, what may have worked for them back then as far as spirituals or whatever, the blues type of gospel music. I mean, with anything that God has, it continues to grow. Whatever doesn't grow dies. So if you just stuck in one particular era, these young kids out here ain't listening to that. If you don't change and you don't adapt, your ministry or the ministry that God entrusted you with will not be successful. So, I mean, it's a little bit more received more now than it was before. But one other thing is elevated as well, because, back in the day, people didn't want to listen to gospel hip hop. They said it was corny, cheesy, and stuff like that. And truth be told, it was corny and cheesy with secular rap when it first came out until it elevated. So we had to go through the same growing pains as gospel artists as well. So in gospel hip hop. So that's the biggest difference to me.
Okay. That's very true. I remember growing up listening to gospel, and anytime you heard of gospel hip hop artists, they went,
Yeah. Exactly. So you had to elevate.
That's true. That's true. Would you say people are more open? Well, yeah, you just answered that. People are more open to gospel hip hop nowadays than they were back then. A lot more open. Now you see gospel hip hop artists being signed to major labels,
Right?
Like Lecrae.
Yeah, and now they have even a category for them in these in those platforms where before there was not even one at all.
Right.
So I mean, it's come a long way.
Yeah.
Still got a ways to go.
True. Yeah. Happy that it got away from the way it was when Kirk Franklin came out.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So at this point in our interview, we like to give a spotlight to an amazing creative in the community. So we're gonna we're gonna take a moment to let the spotlight shine. Okay.
All right.
Each sunrise gives hope to your dreams and light to your plans. Every morning, I like to start my day off with self-reflection, reminding myself I am not my past or my mistakes. Rome wasn't built in a day. So as long as I strive to do better, be better, and work towards my future daily, I'm one step closer to the finish line. My life has changed so much since I decided to change my habits. Eating better, altering my mindset, and focusing on being the best version of myself has helped me learn to love myself again, be more creative with my brand and my music, and has helped me to be more confident in everything I do. I'm Josiah the Prince. My habits are peace, ambition, and focus. What are yours? That was an amazing creative in our community, y'all. Make sure you tap in with them. Now we're back with T1, the gospel godfather.
Hey,
Yes, sir. Before we left, we began talking about your gospel hip hop career and how you got started.
right.
Not only are a recording artist, but a music producer as well, producing for yourself and many other artists such as Deborah Price,
Yep.
Harmony, of course, like you just said, through your record label, and music production company Priceless Productions.
Yes.
Can you tell us what Priceless Productions is?
Well, Priceless Productions is a production / record company designed to represent the Lord, the Father. I mean, with my last name being Price, priceless, like the blood that was shed. It all coincides together, and we just make sure that we put out music that elevates the Lord and is quality music, and that we always have a message to build and bring life and represent Him the best we can with the gifts that He's given us. So that's what it is.
All right, all right. Being a man of many talents, you've been blessed to have won many awards for your gifts. Had the opportunity to be featured on BET's Video Gospel,
Oh yeah.
and more recently, the successful release of your new single and music video, Brand New G.
Yeah.
What would you say is the biggest contributing factor to these successes?
I would have to say being passion, I guess, for what you do, because you're going to run into times where just nothing's happening. You're going to have that time when you feel like giving up, like nothing's happening. And then you got to just refocus and remember what you're doing, why you're doing it, what the reason, what the purpose is for it. And then, surround yourself with good people like Chuck Only, my manager from Inferno Music Group. People who you can actually rely on, who you need in order to have that loyalty, that encouraging word, that whenever those times come when you're having that doubt or you're having that period where you're not being productive or you feel you're not being as productive as you could be. And and brothers like yourself. I mean, we met through KC. I call him KC, and we built a brotherhood. And right now, we need that now more than ever with all of the stuff going on, and to help each other stay accountable, man, and keep each other encouraged.
That's true. That's true. You can definitely tell the difference between an artist that's working on their own and then the artist that has that foundation and that background of amazing people that support them and they know they can go to whenever they need any type of assistance or if they just need to be encouraged.
Exactly.
A lot different, definitely.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So, who are your top 5 favorite industry artists and your top 3 favorite local gospel artists?
I would have to say on major stream, Trip Lee would be one. KB. You mean rappers or anybody?
Oh, any type of music you like.
Oh, okay. Well, of course, I told you before, Babyface. He's an awesome producer and writer. I mean, he was one of the ones I really was trying to craft myself after, as well as what was that, three?
Mm-hmm.
Three. I guess I would have to say, man, it's kind of hard.
I know, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really listen to the radio for real, for real.
Gotcha.
It's like oversaturated with a lot of stuff. So let me think. Let me give me two more. I would have to say, man, that's hard, bro. That's a tough one. I'm trying to think who I listen to in the car. Uh, well, that's uh, Smokey Norfolk, uh, Pastor Mike Jr. I guess. So that's five. Yeah,
Five. Yeah, that's five.
yeah, yeah.
Do you think you could name off your top three local gospel artists that you listen to?
Local.
Mm-hmm.
He said local.
I know local can be a little difficult sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people done quit. They fell to the the wayside. I don't even know who's really doing it. Let's see. Boy, that's a tough one, man.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's a tough one, bro. I can't.
Yeah, I've had a few people on here that have trouble doing that.
Yeah.
That's not a problem. Local artists are a little harder to name off.
Yeah, here in Birmingham,
Right.
yeah.
So, as creatives, we go through a lot of ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
What drives you to keep doing what you do?
I stay grounded and realize who I'm representing. I'm representing the Father, the Almighty, and I know He's never quit on me. He's never failed me, so I don't want to do that to Him. I'm charged with. I'm honored to be a representative for Him, so I got to make sure that I'm representing Him at all times, even whether someone's watching or not. So that's my motivation, is to represent Him, save as many souls as I can with His gifts that He's given me, and just be the man of God He called me to be.
Powerful. Powerful. If you could go back in time and speak to the younger version of you, back before you started in your creative endeavors, what advice would you give yourself?
Learn the music industry. Continue to better yourself and your craft at all times. If you are the smartest person in the room, go to another room. You won't elevate. You can't go to the next level if you're at the height of where you are. You always look forward to bettering yourself and going to the next level in everything you do.
That's true. Gems. Nothing but gems from the gospel Godfather himself. What's coming up next for the gospel Godfather?
Right now, I'm just finishing up the Praise Party album. I'm also finishing up the Quartet album. And I'm working on a drama TV series.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. I'm excited about it. It's gonna be pretty dope.
That's dope. Do you have an estimated release date for it yet, or not
Well,
yet?
right now we're still in the production stage, getting the trailers and stuff done, the pictures and all that stuff done. And I'm having to finance it myself right now until we get everything done, so we can present it to some of the big wigs that's out there who are looking for something fresh, something new, something exciting. I'm pretty confident someone's going to pick it up as soon as we get done presenting it.
Okay. I look forward to seeing it. Keep me updated on that, definitely.
We'll definitely do that.
So, where can our viewers find the Gospel Godfather?
All you gotta do is type in the Gospel Godfather. I'm all over Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. I'm on all those platforms. If you want to find me, you can find me. It ain't hard to find.
All right. Make sure y'all tap in with the Gospel Godfather. Make sure you tap in with his latest single, Brand New G, and his new album coming up soon. And
Yes.
TV production that may be coming out very soon, or
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely gonna be coming out now. Well, now maybe. Definitely.
All right. So I appreciate you again being on my podcast, my brother. Thank you.
Oh, thanks for having me. I'm honored, and you keep doing what you do, man. Shouts out to you, Brandon. Kudos to you for what you're doing. We need people like yourself to keep doing what you're doing here, to give us a platform to, share our music and what we're doing and everything else like that, man. So God bless you, man. Speak blessings over you and what you're doing, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate that, God. Thank you. Love, for real. Make sure y'all tap in with the Gospel Godfather. Make sure y'all tap in with the Journey Project podcast on Fridays at 7 p.m. And I appreciate you staying tuned in. So y'all have a good day, and make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, all right?
Peace.
All right, y'all. That was our interview with the amazing, award-winning producer and gospel recording artist, T1, the Gospel Godfather. Make sure you go tap in with him. Make sure you go support him. And thank you for tuning in to the Journey Project podcast. Make sure you tap in with us on Fridays at 7 p.m., all right?
Cause I want you back.